I think it looks good. So if you say anything other than it looks good, then I just know you a hater. You was a hater. So today, this is the gorgeous makeup look that we are doing. If this does not scream spring, then I don't know what does. I will be using the Ace Beaute Palettopoly Palette. This is a gorgeous, colorful palette. It's no longer available on their website, but if you do have it, definitely bring it out because she is definitely worth the playtime. So if you want to see how I got this very pretty makeup look, then definitely keep on watching. I've played in this palette before and I've done a look with it before, but I didn't like it. So we're going to run this palette back and see if I can create a look that I actually do like. I want to do something simple, something springy, something colorful, even though Georgia decided that it wanted to be 32 degrees today. It's fucking ridiculous. First color I'm going to use is this color Mullet, and we're going to use that as our transition color. And I'm just going to apply that all over the crease using windshield wiper motions. I'm not being precise with this color at all. Laying this color down to like set the eyelids, to be honest. And then we're going to go in with the real transition shade, which would be a deeper brown. It's got a little bit of a peach undertone, which is cool because that'll help go with the pink that we put on later. Next color I'm going to go in with, I'm going to take this color Big Hair. And this is like a chocolate brown shade, but it's got a purple undertone, and we're gonna put this in the lower crease area. I'll slowly build up the shade, so I apply just a little bit on the crease and let it blend out just to see what the color looks like blend out, and then I'm gonna add a little bit more and just gradually build this color up. I think this is my second time using this palette. I used it a couple days ago and I did a really colorful look with it, but I feel like that colorful look could have come out better, so that's why y'all ain't see it. One thing about this is that the color that's in the pan is the color that shows up on the eye, so I really like that the colors are true to their actual shade, because a lot of colors will look really deep in the pan and then you put them on the eye and they like, girl, where they at? Where are you, Marco Polo? Because you are not showing up on the eye. Doing all that talking in the pan, but when it came to get applied to the eye, you was big quiet. I don't like that. And I'm going to go back in with Mullet and just go around the edges. So the next color that I want to go into, I'm going to deepen this up, and I'm going to take the color Mixtape, which is like a deep plum, and this is just going to add a little bit more depth in this outer corner. Y'all know I love a nice grungy smoky look, so I love working from lightest to darkest, especially in the outer V area. I'm gonna take the yellow shade, and this is called As If, and we're gonna apply this to the inner corner of the eye, and then I'm gonna bring it up on the lid just a little bit so that's able to blend in with the next shade. We're going to take this pink shade, and this is the color Vogue. I'm going to put this right here next to the yellow. Also using kind of patting motions because these colors are so light. And then I'm going to go back in with the yellow. Alright, so this is what the eyes are looking like so far. I've just been going back and forth between the pink shade Vogue and the deepest shade Mixtape, trying to get this outer corner to look the way I want it. I do want to go in with a little bit of shimmer, and I ain't got no nails on, so I can actually apply it with my fingers. So I feel like Queen would be nice, as well as this yellow shade. Let's start off with this shade right here, and this is the color Queen. She just looks like this, a nice pink champagne color. And we're gonna apply this look just right over top of the pink. We're going to take this yellow shade right here, which is Scrunchy, and we are going to apply that in the inner corner. And we're going to take the deepest shade Mixtape, and we're just going to apply this to the lash line to give it like a shadowing effect. Okay, that looks very pretty. So I kind of want an even deeper shade, so I'm going to pick up a black. See, by tightlining with that black shade, it adds a little bit more definition. That's what I want. I'm gonna go put on some lashes and then we can come back and do the face. I'm back with the lashes on and I think the look is looking real cute. So let's go ahead and get into the face. So for foundation, I'm gonna be using the Milani Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Skin Tint. And this used to be my girl when she first came out. I mean, she was all of the hype, and I will say this is probably the only product that I saw so many reviews on that I had to go out and buy it and try it for myself. I'm not really a foundation girl, and so every video that I saw of somebody using this product, it just looked so flawless on their skin. And I was just like, you know what, man, I'm gonna try it. I love me a good skin tint, a good tinted moisturizer anyways. So, and it's drugstore, it's affordable, so it is so lightweight. It literally feels like nothing's on your face. For concealer, I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Infallible concealer. This is in the color 420 Cacao. I realized this shade is actually pretty nice. I feel like I've been going too light with my concealer, and that's why I really haven't been liking my makeup, because I feel like my face is looking too light. And girl, it's always that damn concealer. I was using like 415. I even had my e.l.f. like this is too damn light for me. Like, stick within your shade range. If I want a little bit of brightness, I might put a tap of this. This concealer is super full coverage, so you really do not need a lot. And it dries down pretty quickly, so I'm over here just fucking bumping my gums and this shit about to dry in place. Let me blend this out. I didn't like this concealer at first because of the matte-ness, and I used to only strictly use it under my brows. But if you just make sure your face is nice and hydrated and moisturized and you don't use a whole lot of product, you should not have any issues using this concealer, and it blends out like a fucking dream. I don't know if it's the brush, I don't know if it's the liquid blurring balm, I don't know if it's the concealer. It's probably all three of them put together, but girl, tell me my face is not looking stunning. Don't lie. Right hand up the gourd. That's my left hand. Right hand up the gourd. For contour, I'm going in with my iconic London face palette. We're gonna take this shade right here. I'm just gonna apply some of that contour to the cheeks. So I did this blush concoction the other day and it looks super, super pretty. So we're gonna use the e.l.f. Camo liquid blushes in the color Pinky Promise and Suave Mauve. So I'm gonna mix both these shades. And I just feel like that is such a nice little bit on the nose, the bridge of the nose, the tip of the nose, Cupid's bow, and the chin. Oh, I think that is so pretty. I'll go back in with my contour brush. And then one more time with the concealer brush. And just going back in and blending the edges so that everything is seamless. Okay, now that the face is all nice and blended, I'm gonna go ahead and start setting the face. So to set underneath the eyes, we're going to take the Danessa Myricks Evolution Powder, and this is in the color Warm Peach. This is one of my favorite setting powders. It is so finely milled. It's so light. Like, I feel like I could douse my whole face in this and I wouldn't look cakey. And then for a touch of brightness, I'm going to go in with my Juvia's Place Loose Setting Powder. This is in the color Shortbread. I told y'all I was going to give her a little break, but now she's back to work full time. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this and apply it underneath the eyes. And I'm just gonna let that sit just for a little bit while we move on to setting the other areas of the face. For contour, we're gonna use the Juvia's Place Bronze Duo palette, and I went and got the deep dark shade because I feel like dark just wasn't doing it for me. This is deep dark, and then this is dark, and I just felt like dark, I could use it, but I'm not really gonna get what I want out of it. Deep dark is honestly better, and probably if they can like make these into like a 4-pan palette, I would be so happy. Actually, Juvia's Place, go ahead and do that. Make this into a 4-pan palette and then all the girls will be happy. 2 shades, let's get 4. For blush, I'm gonna go a little bit out there today. Y'all know I don't like black brush, but we're gonna pull out the Juvia's Place Blush Rouge. This is volume 5, and this is the pink one. And I think I'm gonna use this shade. We're gonna dust off this bake. I feel like I just want to take the purple, so I'm going to take a little bit of Big Hair and a little bit of mixed tape and put those on the lower lash line, and then I'll probably take the yellow shade and bring it in on the inner corner just a little bit. Okay, so we're going to go in with the Knobby pencil in the color Mocha. This is like a gray tone brown. And I'm going to use this first to line my lips. And then I'm going to go in with this Beauty Supply Store lip liner. I think this is in the color dark brown. And go over top of that other lip liner. We're going to take the NYX Butter Gloss in the color Praline, which is like really the same exact shade as my lips. And then we're going to take the color Tiramisu, which is like a cool tone pink. Apply that in the center of the lips. Let's take the Morphe Drip Glass. This is in the color Raspberry Reflection, and it's very, very pink. So I'm going to put like the smallest dot of this. So this is the finished makeup look, and I think the look came out so fucking cute. Like, I think this pink and this yellow just looks so girly, so spring. If Georgia could ever fucking stay warm for longer than 24 hours. This is like my second or third look that I've created using the Palettopoly palette from Ace Beaute. And honestly, I know they're going through some kind of like rebrand right now, and basically there's only like 4 products left on their website. This palette was available, but I just checked yesterday and it no longer is. But if you do have this palette, definitely bring her out because the quality is actually top tier. I would definitely say she's like an 8 because the mattes blend beautifully. The shimmers, they could be a little bit more impactful, a little bit shinier, but they still show up on the eye and they still have a nice pigmentation. I'm just used to those kind of indie, super wet looking metallic dual chrome shades where I feel like this shade does it and this shade, but the other ones are just a little bit more drier, but they're still very gorgeous. And because this palette is so colorful, you can get a lot of looks out of this palette. And I'm not mad at the arrangement of the palette either. It's definitely arranged by columns, and I really like that because it makes it easy for me to kind of come up with a look. I hate when palettes just scatter colors all in the palette and then like my brain is like trying to puzzle piece it together to figure out which colors will go well with each other. But everything is beautiful. I really enjoy this palette. I love that the mattes show up exactly how they look in the pan. That is my biggest thing that I look for in eyeshadow, is does it look like how it looks in the pan on the eye? And you know, I understand that some eyeshadow bases and some concealers and stuff like that can kind of like alter the color, but this who she is in the pan and who she is on the eye, and I love that. So me, I'm definitely keeping this palette. This will not be going nowhere. You might see this in a rotation in a couple more videos. If you'd like to see me do another look with that palette, definitely let me know in the comments below, and definitely let me know what you think about this look. I think it looks good. So if you say anything other than it looks good, then I just know you a hater. You was a hater. Anyways, I really hope you like this look. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.